Hi everyone, welcome to what I've learned this week. And this one is a huge one for me. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever been in a time in your life where you think everything should be working and you get frustrated because you look around and you're like, I'm doing the work, I'm in the right place, I'm doing what I should be doing, why aren't things working? Or maybe it's just chugging along slowly, but it's not quite right. That's been me for the last few years. Honestly, I work so hard and do so much, and I was like, there's something missing. I was aware enough to know there was something missing, but I didn't know what it was. And at the end of 2012, I really had to take stock for a second and go, what is it? What, if I'm doing the right things and I'm being where I need to be, what's missing? And it made me think back to a thing that I'd been told about 6 months earlier, because sometimes it takes us a little time to hear things that are told to us. I was told this idea by an incredible psychologist, Maria Roberto, in Australia, and she had introduced me to the concept of circle of influence. Now let me explain what the circle of influence is. Basically, if you imagine you're the center of your life, obviously, we all are, and you've got a circle around you of people, different people in your life that influence you. Now, not everyone in your life is in that circle. These are the people who your decisions are influenced by, who you want to emanate, who very closely affects the path that your life takes. Now, if all of those people in your life are true to your vision, have integrity to who you are really understand what you want and represent who you are, then your circle turns and it works and it's smooth and it's great. But if there's one person, even one person in that circle that doesn't have integrity, you don't like the way they do certain things, you don't think that they want what you want for yourself. If there's one person like that in your life, in this circle, your circle's not going to turn. Which, I mean, that's big enough as it is, but something she said to me is, you have to consider this. There's a pretty good chance that you're in someone else's circle of influence, that there's someone out there who's influenced by you. And if your circle isn't turning, their circle can't turn because you're not a complete person, which is huge. But if you consider if your circle's not turning, therefore their circle's not turning, and they're in someone else's circle, and that person's circle can't turn because your circle isn't turning. So, when I looked back at my circle in the last few years, I had to be honest. There were people that were in my circle that I didn't necessarily respect, or I had an issue with, or I didn't like what they wanted from me, or I wasn't brave enough to tell them that I disagreed with them. There were so many times when I was like, I guess I will accept this in this person. But that person was in my circle of influence. So no wonder things weren't moving smoothly. My circle wasn't turning for so long. So at the start of this year, I made a very conscious decision to look at those people and in a way that was true to who I was, remove them from my circle. And I don't mean cut them out of my life, because sometimes you can't do that. I just mean remove the weight that they had in the decisions I made, in the path that my life was taking. Thank them and let them move on from being an important person in my life. Now, this week, was overcome with the joy and a happiness in my life. It hit me on Monday. I was like, everything is working. And yes, it's hard work and it's still challenging, but things are working, things are moving smoothly. There's movement, and this is when the circle of influence hit me again. And I took a check, and I looked at the people in my circle, and you know what? I love the people in my circle of influence. I'm proud to know them. I admire them. I think they have incredible integrity. They're amazing people in their own right. I am honored to have them in my life and have them influence me. No wonder my circle is turning. And the greatest thing is, I now realize that because my circle is turning, there's someone out there who I'm in their circle, and their circle can turn if everyone else's circle is turning as well. And I just realized this change could truly change my life. And I wanted to help you take a look at your circle. So to do that, here's two really big questions. The first question is, who's in your circle? Who are the people, and be real about it, who are the people that are in your circle of influence, the people who day by day affect the choices you make, that affect how you feel about yourself, that affect the path that you're taking. And are all of those people congruent with your vision? Are all of those people aware of who you are? Do they get what you are, what you want, and are they a good representation of you if you were to say that person represents me? And if not, how long are you willing to let that person hold your circle back? Because your circle is not going to turn if they have power over your circle. How long are you willing to have your circle be stuck, be in this feeling of why isn't it working? And an even bigger question, look at the people in your life and ask yourself, am I in their circle? Is there a chance that I influence them? And therefore, if you've discovered that your circle isn't turning, how long am I willing to hold them back from the life they deserve? How long am I willing to take away the power from them, from their circle turning, by not allowing my circle to turn? Wouldn't you want that for them? And don't you want that for you? Because so many of us say, I want to change the world. I want to go out there and do incredible things. But if your own personal circle isn't turning, therefore this person and this person and this person's circle isn't turning, how could you possibly expect that the world circle is going to turn? Let's take care of our circles first. So I challenge you, go out there. Make your circle turn, because I promise you, it feels amazing. I didn't know life could feel this good. I thought it was just a struggle. It doesn't have to be. It can feel like the circle is turning, and when it does, it's amazing. I can't wait to hear about how you discover your life to be when your circle is turning. Have a great week.